Okay, now that the boring chess history is over, I'm just joking. Now we can finally, yeah, go into the meat of all things. So the first thing that we need in order to play chess is an 8 times 8 grid, yeah, which we call a chessboard. Chessboard has in total 64 squares, 32 of them being light squares, and the other 32 are dark squares. I tend to avoid saying that they are white and black because not all the chess boards are the same. So as you can see, I'm a very big fan of blue. So for the duration of our masterclass, we will be using this color. Yeah. But you know, you can have some more exotic colors as well. You can have white and then green, even pink and red, especially if you're playing online chess. Then you can even adjust. You can change, yeah, the color that suits your preference. Yeah. Um, okay, so now probably already noticed some letters, some numbers, and you might be thinking to yourself, okay, I already know how to count to 8 and I know my alphabet. The reason why we have those letters and numbers is so we can actually name all of the squares on the chessboard. So let me give you an example. So here we have yellow square, my favorite color, sky blue, and red. Yeah, so we have 3 squares. Now let's try to name them. Let's start with the yellow square. So I like to treat A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H as, let's say, street numbers. Or you can also treat them as first name. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as house number or surname. So the yellow square would be C3, sky blue E6, and red H4. So this is extremely useful not only to name all the squares, but the main purpose lies in the fact that we actually, when you're playing in a classical tournament, you have to record your moves. You have to record your games. And I cannot stress this enough how important it is to analyze your games so you can learn something from your past mistakes and improve, just like in other sports. Yeah, even those games that you know that you won the game and you are super happy, you feel like I'm the champion of the whole world, you should still look at your game because that game can still reveal some of your, you know, weaknesses in your play. You still might have made some mistakes. So yeah, try to remember that. Um, okay, now I mentioned chess imitates. It's in kind of a war, right? It's a war, so the most action would usually happen in the middle of it all. Yeah? And that middle we call in chess we call it a center. Yeah, so center consists of 4 squares. You can see them here in green. So d4, d5, e4, e5. Yeah, so this is where all the swords would clash. Yeah, the most action would happen in the center. And we'll talk about this in later video, why center is so important. Okay, on the chessboard, you can see some vertical lines, um, columns. Yeah, in chess we call them files. So we have A file, B file, and so on. We have 8 files in total. And horizontal lines or rows, we call them in chess usually ranks. So we also have 8 ranks. Yeah, first rank, second rank, and so on. And finally, we also have diagonals. Yeah, diagonals, they basically consist of same color, right? So you can see here in orange, we have one of the longest diagonals, one of 2, yeah, the longest diagonals that consists of 8 squares. And we have sky blue is back. We have one out of 4 shortest diagonals, yeah, that consist of only 2 squares. Now, how would we name the diagonals? We would always use the, basically the starting point, yeah, the starting square and the end square. So for the long diagonal, we can say A1, H8 diagonal, and for the short one, we can say G8, H7 diagonal. Now we have 13 dark squares diagonals, which consist, all of them, yeah, have dark squares, consist of dark squares, and we have 13 light squares diagonals. Yeah? They consist of only light squares. And when we combine them all together, we get this madness. Yeah, so in total, we have 26 diagonals. And finally, how to lay up the chessboard. So you're getting ready to play, but how should I turn around the chessboard? Now, if you have numbers and letters, then everything is quite simple. Yeah, the players should face the letters. Yeah, the letters should be in front of them. The player with white pieces should have the letters from A to H, and if I flip the board, the player with black pieces should have the letters from H to A. But now you might say, teacher, my grandpa's chessboard doesn't have any letters and numbers, so what should I do? How do I know how to turn that chessboard around? Which way? Now, in that case, you just need to remember one thing. The bottom right corner should be light square. So the bottom right corner should be light. And then the left bottom should be dark. Yeah. So as you can see, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, in front of us, and for the player with black pieces, is the same. Yeah. So the bottom right is light, and the left, yeah, on the left bottom we have dark. Okay, I believe that's all you need to know about the chessboard. In the next video, we will look at some exercises. So see you. Bye bye.